I think there's probably two real key issues for consumers. One is to be more aware and understand what is happening in the marketplace and understand the basis of the data that they make their personal choice on. Because a lot of the data that's out there is challenging, to say the least, in terms of its viability and its accuracy. So that's number one. Number two, for a consumer, I would suggest that consumers are more vocal in terms of how they challenge business and how they ask business questions to actually drive a more meaningful conversation. So ask businesses why, what they see in their supply chains and what issues do they see in the supply chains, and also ask them what are they going to do about it. Typically the questions consumers are asked right now are, what is your performance? And people can say, yeah, very good. But we now need to go move on from that, and they need to understand and become more aware of what the issues are in their choice of product. As a consumer myself, I try my best. I've worked in supply chains for 30 years, and I understand that any product that we buy has some element of slavery has tainted it in some way. Whatever we buy, there is something that has happened. So anyone who says they've got a clean supply chain is not really being realistic about that. So I do make my choices based on what I know from an industry perspective, but I'm a normal person, and time is of the essence, and when you make choices, consumers just really try and make personal choices to fit the time and the budget that they have. So everyone struggles with that. So I wouldn't say that I am doing anything very different from anyone else. I think being an older person, the actual social media is probably the most powerful way that people can get messages across in terms of what they understand, put questions out there, and collectively gather a larger interest in some of the questions that are around there. So I would say that the number one way of doing that is through social media. And that's probably the most powerful right now, because I know that customers of ours are very particular about how they scrutinise social media, and they really take action based on some of the communication that happens through that.